poem's called Slow Dancing with Switchblades. Sometimes you gotta fall down a rabbit hole to get there. Talking to a grizzled man over coffee, he tells me the story of a bear who was so big or otherwise magnificent that it ate the West. Literally consumed it head first, tooth and claw. Authorities found it in his gut rot the next day. Then I got to talking with a lady who thinks we ought to start teaching polar bears to scuba dive. They're looking more like driftwood with each passing day. We've been doing it all along, turning a cold shoulder to warm flesh, turning the white beast into nothing more than a metaphor for the letting go of the sacred. Out back in that dirty brick alley, there's a man who tells me with his eyes that he'd rather go on pulling vertebrae from the quiver of his spine than to go on traveling with his circus. He's had it. His whole life, he's been juggling chainsaws, and he's yet to find a way to slow the momentum. There's a young kid sitting on a milk crate rolling a cigarette. He looks up at me. He says, You don't take a snake bite to a bear fight. I still don't know what that means, but then he started making some sense. He says, my mother is a grand piano. She raised me on the soft speak of Gandhi. My father is a motion picture I have never seen before. Some theaters you're better off staying out of. My sister, she keeps waterfalls in the darkest corners of her closet. They've never been so thirsty. And me, I'm just like the rest of them. I've got a revolution on the tip of my tongue, but I've got too many hollow yesterdays lodged in my throat to believe my lungs might shape up to howl something holy. I want nothing more than to break these chandeliers that hang between us. But I go on, slow dancing with switchblades. Every move I make, I get stuck and I bleed. But through it all, I've learned that life isn't about finding yourself. It's about losing your face, right? But there's a temple through those doors, where beneath the papier-mâché dragon sits a lady with so much metal in her face. I thought to build her a bomb shelter. Instead, I asked her how she became everything. Sitting beside her is a big man in overalls. His dreadlocks, I swear to God, almost touch the floor. The both of them, just sitting there, as beautiful as bruises healing. Thanks, guys.